Next, I'm excited to hear not from just one speaker, but two from BNP Paribas Group about how they've done so much with technology and how they've never taken their focus off security and data protection while moving into the future.
No matter where you live or the places you visit, you won't have to look very far to find a BNP Paribas bank. The EU's leading bank has a presence in more than 60 countries, offering a full slate of personal, investment and corporate banking. Not to mention, it's also a good citizen. In 2023, BNP Paribas was named World's Best Bank for Sustainable Finance at the Euromoney Awards. Please welcome to the stage Bernard Gavgani and Jean-Yves Pillion.
See all my friends today. So thank you. Thank you, Bernard and Jean-Yves. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us, Safra.
Pleasure.
It's an absolute pleasure to be here on behalf of Bernard and I. It's a privilege, and we're thrilled, excited to really share the continuing journey between Oracle and BNP Paribas. You've seen the video, and we state we're the bank for a changing world. I can tell you, there is no way we could achieve this mission without an absolute mastering, harnessing of technology. And I have to say, the recent expansion of our partnership and the bank joining the cloud is an amazing, critical step in that direction. But Safra, if I may, we've known each other for a long time. We believe, and I believe, we've developed a true mutually beneficial relationship where we at BNP Paribas benefit from your amazing services, innovative skills, and hopefully on your side you benefit from our global coverage and world-class products. I want to share that we cover Oracle in over 18 countries, in 16 different currencies, on behalf of 37 of your entities worldwide. And beyond this global coverage, by the way, just to give you a sense, we have the privilege to serve you in a broad array of product solutions such as cash management and trade services, but fleet management, vendor financing, not to forget about lending, as well as access to the capital markets. Then we're so proud to be an important client to Oracle, but we're equally proud that this relationship has developed into, I can tell you, one of the most strategic relationships for the bank, domestically and around the world.
I will tell you that for us, it is the model of a real partnership where everyone benefits. The leadership you all show comes to our benefit. You see, all of the technologies and capabilities, we couldn't actually operate without you. And that's the real partnership, because it's no longer vendor and customer. It is true partnership, and it is constantly improving capabilities. And so for us, I mean, when I see any story about you, or I go by the bank, I'm always like so proud, because I also know that we're part of your success. And so as both a customer and a technology partner, so it's just thrilling. And frankly, I feel the same way with many of our customers here, because we're successful when you're successful. And I think maybe I would like to share, because one of the reasons we've worked so well together is because you are so forward-looking. And just a few years ago, you laid out a comprehensive strategic plan. And I think that's going to be very, very helpful for others to learn about how you came to that decision and sort of what were the central pillars of that plan. Because I have a feeling a few people may copy those.
Well, Safra, by the way, we love when you go by the bank. We love when you visit. And what you just mentioned knows how deep and well you know BNP Paribas. Well, the strategy is around growth, technology, and sustainability. Growth for us is to continue to further drive our leadership position in EMEA, but not only, is to realize our aspirations to become the lead bank for corporates in North America. Sustainability, it's part of our mission, it's core to our values, but by the way, Safra, it's exactly the same thing for you and Oracle. I know it's critical to your thought process, your actions, and we have this dimension in common. But obviously, now the pillar of technology, which is the discussion today, under Bernard's guidance and leadership, the bank has continued to invest in infrastructure, in technology. And by the way, as I mentioned earlier, the recent agreement we just have with Oracle and basically join your cloud is a perfect illustration of that. Then, speaking of the expansion plan and growth plan, there is no way we could achieve that, no chance, without having a strong commitment and dedication to foundations and the proper foundations in technology, and you are a critical partner in this dimension.
Well, you've hit on one of my favorite subjects, technology, and that's Bernard's favorite too. And it is absolutely true that you have led this technology, innovation and direction. Maybe you could share with our audience a little bit about what you were trying to solve for and how to really bring it to fruition and success.
Thank you, Safra. The technology is the heart of our business model. As the leading the bank in Europe and growing our presence in the US and APAC. This is our plan to continue to improve our speed execution and be compliant with the regulations in order to all the time commit with our regulators, both in the US and in Europe. But let me take a few minutes to explain the rationale of the reason why we have moved or moving a few workloads to your cloud, and the way I am expecting to improve the management of the huge data that we have in the bank. The first objective is to provide the best solution to our customers by gathering all of the databases that we have, more than 10,000 databases in one single area, simplifying the tools and managing this in one way. So it's the huge benefit that we are getting from that. And as you said, the beauty of this solution is that it will be done in our own premises, which will allow us to continue to respect our commitment to our customers. So we have the different added value around this, time to market, resiliency, continuity, and so on. And I have to say that, again, thanks to your team and yourself, because you took your time to study with us, to understand the strategy of our information system, exactly the area that you could bring the added value to our value propositions, and it has been done. And Safra, once again, thank you so much for your personal involvement. Without your involvement, we would not be here to discuss together.
Thank you, too kind. It is a pleasure. It is truly a pleasure. It is kind of what we live for around here. And your success is really what we cherish. Now, Bernard, as the technology expert up here, You know I'm going to want to talk a little bit about AI and security and all the things that you are constantly thinking about. So maybe share a little bit about your vision and what you're doing and give ideas to our colleagues here.
So all the large companies are beginning to shift to the AI in rational and industrial way. This is true that most of the companies they know is not new AI in the large companies. But what is today challenging for everyone is to scale up their solutions and find and define the right use cases. In BNP Paribas, we have more than 700 use cases already up and running in the different area, for the customers' satisfaction, for the payment, unusual payment for corporate customers, for the compliance and risk, or anti-money laundering and fraud. But the most important part that I see is the really added value of AI for IT. Thanks to the AI, in the years coming, we will be able to improve more and more our products, our applications, in order to satisfy more and more our customers. But at the same time, this is the cybersecurity. Yeah, but you know that the AI will bring us added value, at the same time raise the risk of cybersecurity that we are going to, we are working around this, and I am sure that between Oracle and BNP Paribas, we will learn from each one very, very soon and tomorrow.
In fact, Larry even talked about that on our earnings announcement last night. So it's very, very true. But again, what it is about getting in front of it, leading. I mean, you said 100 different projects. I mean, this is all about making sure you're ahead of it so it doesn't happen to you, that you're leading it. And that's why you've been so successful. Well, finally, Jean-Yves, you did mention a little bit about our partnership and how long we've been working together. But I'm not sure you mentioned all of it. Was there something else you wanted to share?
As always, you listen very carefully, Safra. In one word, tennis. Tennis, why? Tennis because, let me give you some context here. Was a very proud title sponsor of a tennis tournament played at Indian Wells. It's called the BNP Paribas Open. I have to say, we spoke about the wonderful relationship we have on the technology side, on the banking side. I've never experienced with any clients what happened with tennis. Why? Because 15 years ago, this tournament was sponsorless. BNP Paribas and Mr. Larry Ellison, we decided to take it over. 15 years later, by the way, for whoever's been there, Larry has built an amazing venue. Players love it, fans love it. It's become the fifth major. Then, what a unique experience that we've lived together. But beyond the lines, if I may say, beyond the baseline, what we did together, we've extended our support to the youth in the Coachella Valley, providing actually scholarships to deserving high school seniors and sending them to the best schools, colleges in California. And it's another important dimension we have together, dimension of this partnership, which I believe we will take further, because I know you believe, we believe in actually, we are dedicated to positively impact the community we live in. Then, in short, Larry, thank you so much. Safra, thank you so much. The whole Oracle family, thank you so much. And by the way, we want to see you all at Indian Wells in 2025 for the BNP Paribas Open. Larry built a big stadium enough that we can host any one of you. Thank you.
Well, thank you. We've obviously been invited, so we should take him up on that. I will say it is the perfect example of partnership and Larry Ellison's vision. And it is very much what has happened here at Oracle. It was not a big tournament, and it's now become enormous and successful. And I think some of you know that not everyone was betting on Oracle to cross the chasm and be such a leader in the cloud that now we are in everybody's clouds. And again, the vision, the capability, and the never compromising with good enough, always making sure you do the best. I cherish our partnership. Thank you. Thank you both. Thank you.
Thank you very much.